All right, so here we are. All right, here we are. Another Sunday night for me here in Helsinki. All right, so how guys doing? Let me know if you guys can hear my guitar well, my voice. And we will talk about down picking, alternate picking, up picking, down picking versus alternate picking. You guys like to ask me about this, so here we go. Let's talk about that. And yeah, so is it good enough? All right. All right, so hey Adam, Mike, Justin, Zoe Merst, Autorize, Manu. All right, guys. So, by the way, let me, first of all, if you can, have the 200 likes, so it's good. So just waiting for some more people to join us. And just to remind you that I will be doing this Creative Shredder week starting on the 7th. And we'll be lives like this one a bit longer, and I will, bring some, good stuff for you guys. And during the week, not on Sunday. So I will leave the link here for you guys so you can enroll to save your spot. I will give some extra materials as well, and I will do some live streams like this just for the people who enroll. So don't forget to enroll to the Creative Shredder. And here we go. Let's talk about down picking and alternate picking. And I use both. I believe I'm more like into the alternate picking most of the time. I will say like on my songs, I choose them more because of the tone, and the precision you might have when you do the down picking, when you play down picking. So let's talk about this, and if you have questions, let me know. And yeah, so the first thing that comes to mind when I'm deciding, like down picking, is it for riff or for solo, right? Because you can play, riffs, some people prefer to play down picking, for riffs. Only down, not up and down like this. It has a different sound, different vibe. So, so normally, depending on the speed, on the tempo of the song, you might do only down picking. We will talk about this later. And but it depends if it's a solo. A solo, sometimes you just want to play alternate picking or legato, right? Things like that. Right? Because, down picking wouldn't be, possible. But sometimes, like, you just play down picking for the tone, To mix them, and up picking, only the up. So down, up, not alternating. So that's another possibility. And I really like that. Or only down, only up. It's kind kind of hard to play. You see, has some energy, some, attitude. Only down, right? So let me read here. Trolls, down picking for riffs, alternate for solo. But I'm just showing that sometimes for solo, it works really well, down picking, just to have the... I don't know why I have this. Up, only... I think Van Halen used to play a lot like that. Only up, You have a different, probably you hear the... Look. Only the guitar. It's cool, It gives you a different feeling. So sometimes that's what you need, It might be just a scale like that. And then, but you use the pick like that, like reversed, and then it sounds different, and then it gives you a vibe, and then that's what you need, Or down. And alternate. You'll kind of lose something, right? I don't know if you can hear the difference, but so up picking, down picking for solos, pretty cool. If you use the palm muting technique, sorry, I'm speaking too fast. So it's even better. Right, so yeah, it's cool, Right? And good stuff. So solos or riffs, it depends. So down picking, up picking works for solos as well. And of course for riffs, because if you have... All right, so HCWZ, when you play the pre-chorus in post-American world, is that down pick? All right, what is the pre-chorus? This part is all down pick. It's slower. It's all down, right? Yeah. And I don't know the other parts. Yeah, I think it's all down. And creo que el down picking es más para power chords, pero en solo suena genial, mucha presencia. Luis Jordan, Torito. All right, so yeah, so we have the, it's all about how you play the stuff, Even so for rhythms now, right? So if you play like, it sounds better down picking, right? Like a straight E. But sometimes we want, let's say, it sounds different then. you can you can create some different accents, or like I do that a lot on my songs. So like you mute and you open, and then some. I think it's different if you just play down picking. So it kind of grooves more, in a way. It's like a subtle difference, but at least when I play, I feel that. So yeah. But when you're playing metal, it's always E minor. It's kind of always the same power chords. So the way you play the same chords is important. It's important to know if you play like an open A, sounds brighter than like the same chord, but here on the 5th fret, or those differences. They're important somehow. All right, so I'm using the Neuro DSP here. Okay, I'm using the Gojira plugin now. Habla portuñol. So I'm just reading the comments a bit. All right. So the question about how to hold the pick, so is important too. So we have like, okay, should it be solo or riff? So you can use both ways. You can alternate and down pick for riffs, and you can alternate and down pick for solos. So when you're down picking for riffs, it sounds more precise. I would say it's more aggressive, so it's more metal. So it's more aggressive, it's more precise, but it depends how fast it is. Depends on the tempo of the song, because if it's too fast and you're not able to play precisely, it's better to use the alternate picking just to be consistent, So that's an important thing to say here. All right, so all right, so precision, and now let's talk about endurance as well, because this is very important. The endurance, because if you play down picking, it's harder if you want to play like 2 minutes, 3 minutes straight. You might get tired, and then what's going to happen is not that you're going to stop. You're probably going to lose the precision. You're going to lose the tempo. So it's really important to, when you practice down picking, you practice not only the tone and the sound and the precision, but also like the endurance. So let me show you here. We can put like some drums here. Okay, Arthur, if the paleta alternada merece uma... Okay, it's asking if the alternate picking, you should practice more alternate picking than down picking. I mean, it really depends what you want to do. What you want to, like, if you're more like a rhythm player, if you're like writing songs with a lot of riffs, and that's your thing, and then you should, of course, concentrate more or practice more the down picking, so you can play faster, and then, be more consistent, better endurance. But if you're more like a solo guy, then alternate picking is always the thing. It's a basic technique that everyone should know. That's my opinion. You can play great sweep picking. I mean, some guys, we know that don't need alternate picking, but I think it's a basic fundamental technique that everybody should practice, alternate picking. And then, of course, you can try the legato and alternate picking, like those two basics and fundamental techniques. And then, of course, you can develop your sweep picking, or whatever picking, circular picking, hybrid picking, and different kinds of legatos and stuff like that. But I think fundamentally alternate picking and the legatos you need to know pretty well. And for riffs, down picking, of course, good in a good tempo. At least I don't know. I would say 150. I show you here. I'm gonna put like 150 drums. Let me see here. 150. Choose like a just. Can you guys hear? So like something like that. Right? So that's 150. Kind of slow, but I would say 150 and play this for 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. And you see that it might be hard to play 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe it's easier to play 30 seconds, but 5 minutes, like the entire song non-stop, it might be hard. So it's something you it's a good thing to practice, You might try. All right. And what I like to practice, I'm using the tune tracks here. So I just put 160. Let's see, 165. Right? Same groove. And then can you guys hear the drums and guitar? Just let me know. So this was 165, and I would check how long I'm playing. I was not counting. Yeah, so this is like a cool thing to practice. The way. Of course, I have to play Megadeth songs or my songs, and then I'm using those riffs. But what I like to do sometimes is just exactly this, just start, creating and messing around or just playing chords and keep the pace, keep the groove, and start experimenting stuff. And then you never know, it might come, a new riff might just come, So. All right, so sounds good. Okay, cool. So let me put here like a timer, right? So stopwatch here on my phone. So now let's see here. I'll do this for a while. I'm sure again, and I would change the key. I can play chords, but I'm only focused on playing relaxed and keeping the tempo. you know, and see how long I can play without feeling like tired or feeling something wrong here or something. Right, cool. Let me see here the do you see like all right, just here. All right, I have the seconds there. So again. It was 2 minutes. You see, 2 minutes. So 165, I can play 2 minutes. So decent. I should play 3 to 4 minutes. That would be entire song. 5 minutes. Not a Dream Theater song, 20 minute song, but you know, like normal song. 3 to 4 minutes. And then I can raise the tempo and then try 170, you know, relax and try again and try again. And I think that's more important than playing super fast, and I believe so, because in normal situation you play. So I mean, it depends on the style of play, of course, but this is like a decent speed, and you have always the alternate picking if you need to go faster, right? Good stuff. All right, so. All right, so only down for a better heavy tone. Yeah, you know, for those kind of things, it's good. All right, more mic, more like this. All right, so yeah. So songs like Mechanics, you know, Mario is asking, you know, then it's different because it's way faster. So this is like impossible for me, but it's too fast, right? So yeah. And Megadeth songs in general, it makes down picking, alternate picking because of the style, you know, and it creates a specific kind of sound and groove. So I think it's important to mix, to get that Megadeth sound, to mix alternate picking. Some riffs, if you play all down picking, it wouldn't sound the same, you know. So it's more about the character of the riffs and what you want, you know, how groovy, or like how, like, I already did videos about this on my channel, you know, saying like this, you know, like this machine gun kind of thing that you have when you do the down picking, but then you lose some sort of a groove or some different accents that you could apply on a riff, you know. That's why like like that's why when you see like a guy playing funk guitar, like would be like a lot of up and downs, because you can have this ghost notes and other extra different accents and ghost notes because of the alternate picking. You know, if you would be only down, then you lose a lot of character as well. So you need to practice both, so you start using you know, for different moments, you know, in different moments. I think it's important to know that when you're playing like alternate picking, when you're playing down picking, also you can angle, you can start like playing in a different angle. So it also down picking helps you to find different tones, different sounds from the strings. Right? So that's a plus for the down picking, I would say. And yeah, sometimes it's not only in metal, you know, you have like a Tout le Monde, you know, like those songs. Oh. You know, those kind of riffs, like even if it's slow, it sounds better if you play down picking. Right? All right. What else I can say about this? You know, or riffs like a Concordaire. Right? Also, it wouldn't be the same. You lose the energy. Right? You know, very, you know, Ain't Talk About Love kind of thing. Cool. What else? There's a song from open source, Du Monde. I'm using down picking with chords like this. Clusters. Right, this, you know, there's a D minor here. Yeah, you know, alternate picking wouldn't work. No, not the same. So the energy. And also have more control to open and to mute. Like this. Open and mute. right? So again, those chords all down picking. That, I mean, it's like it's not so fast. Right? Cool. So chords, you know, like even, you know, here, down here, whatever clusters and all sorts of chords you can play with down picking. Yeah, so I'm showing kind of possibilities, right? Or even like when you play things like, you know, those open strings kind of thing. Always down because you get a different tone from the guitar, right? Cool. Let me see if you guys have any questions. And you know, the headliner was like down picking versus alternate picking, but actually it's not like you don't need to choose one or another. You just use both and be aware of the differences. Be aware of the plus and minus for each one. And I think for me, the down picking is very important to practice the endurance, because it might feel tired, it might feel the muscles here, and at some point, so you need to practice this. Not only how fast you play, but how long you can play. For how long, you know. Let me read some stuff here. And if you have any questions about this, let me know. Open source est l'album du siècle. Merci beaucoup, Romuald. Robin. Merci. Je ne sais pas que c'est l'album du siècle. Je crois que non. Mais ça va. Merci beaucoup. All right, down picking gives another vision to the riff. Sometimes it's nice doing both. Actually, sometimes you can try both. Mainly if you're composing, if you're writing a riff, you can try, you know, the plus and minus for both, you know, and see how it sounds. And of course, when you're learning a riff, you can, you know, from another band, you can see how the band plays, and then you can play exactly like the band plays. But also, you can get a vibe and play your way, and then you might change the alternate picking to a down picking, or vice versa. You know, if you play, depending on the bands, like Maiden, if you play songs from Maiden, I think they use more alternate picking. It's more relaxed, you know, like those. You know, it's not so precise sometimes, but of course, the number of the beats, some songs, yes. But so if you want to get that sound, you might play like alternate picking, you know, I guess so. I'm not so familiar the way Dave Murray play the riffs, but I guess they use a lot of alternate picking throughout the songs. Hangar 18. Hangar 18 is down picking. You know. Right? And Dystopia as well. Yeah, so then it's down picking down. Because then the D is it's too open. So when you play down picking, you can mute better. At least for me, you know. And then I can hit hard the single notes, like, and then make it very open. So then the note stands out, and then the D, it's really muted. So with the down picking, you can control better, you know, how to open and how to mute. At least for me. All right. So, what scales do you use the mo- the most for improvising? Man, I use all the scales. No, the modes, pentatonics, arpeggios, some other scales sometimes. Hexaphonic, whole tone scale, diminished dominant sometimes, rarely, but sometimes. Harmonic minor, melodic minor. A lot of melodic minor lately, I would say. My pick starts to slip out of my hand playing hanger. Why? Hmm. Why? I don't know. I have to. I have to see you playing, but um, I mean, there's some other. I don't have this problem, although I hold my pick like here. I don't have this problem, but sometimes I hold with this finger. Let me see here. Yeah. You know. But the thing is, like, have to be like really comfortable with the pick in your hand. You know, like just practice not to drop the pick. And move around your hand, and just practice not to drop. If you sweat a lot, then you might try different picks that has some sort of a grip. You know, and you can even make some um, just cut the pick, you know, make some holes here, do something, to get this grip, you know. I remember like I don't know, like when was that? Like 90 something. I went to the Pantera concert in Brazil, and then uh, I got a guitar pick from a Dimebag, and then he had like this, um, like he was like, making, like just use a knife. I think Dave Mustaine at some point he was using that, but Dave bends the pick to kind of get around the thumb, you know. So just find your way. All right, super glue. Yeah, why not? I don't know, probably not. There's a delay. There's a delay there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this because it's kind of a. Yeah, I can't take it out. All right, guys. So prime tone picks. I don't know. I use those Ibanez picks or the diary picks with the Megadeth logo, and yeah, they work great for me. When the new album will come out? Yeah, they will announce soon. Yeah, it's like all record companies planning the whole thing. By the way, we have the tour coming up in the U.S. First concert in April, um, April 9th in Vegas. Just go to Megadeth website to take a look. Check the dates there. It's gonna be like around 5 weeks, and then we have the festivals here in Europe as well. All right, so curious if I played any of the Metallica stuff before. Yeah, of course, sometimes, like long time ago. I remember going to the show once, in I don't know, like a long time ago. 90 of the Black Album concert. I was there, and then one the other one with the I forgot the name of the album. After Master of Puppets, the other one. I went to that concert they played in Brazil in like '89. Then I was there. But then after I was, then we played in festivals. I played with Angra in some festivals. I remember in Italy once. Um yeah, maybe in France once as well. Had the chance to see a bit of the concert or something, or just hang backstage a bit. Yeah. All right, so that was it. All right, Crack Smoke. Saw your video with Tosin. He seemed really impressed with the range of tones you're able to get with your guitar. Is this the same guitar? Not really. This is like the Kiko 100, and I was using the Kiko 200, like the green one in that video, right? So it's different wood, same pickups though. Yeah, but yeah, that guitar sounds great. All right, a lot of questions now, huh? Okay, that's Francis. Any tips to improve alternate picking when moving from one string to the nearest one? Um, I mean, the best exercise is just like, if it's hard, if you're not getting right, I mean, I just suggest just to play the right hand first, and you know, and just do like very basic movements just to learn the movement, because it's not easy to, mainly in the beginning, not easy to get the right strings. So I would play like 6 5 6 5 6 5 6 5 6 5, down up down up down up down up. You know. Then you can look. Then you don't look. Just try to feel the distance. Feel the distance of the strings. I mean, it takes some time. Just do it every day a bit. And then like 6 and 4, like E and D. Now I'm doing E and D. You can. Then E and G, and then it gets more complicated. It's difficult. It's hard. Then E and B, then E and E. You can do things like this. And then, of course, you can. Did you ever met Alex Leicher? Yeah. I did, yeah, a few times. Actually, never here in Finland, actually. But, yeah. I mean, we did an entire tour with Children of Bodom, Megadeth and Children of Bodom in, I don't know when, 2017, 18, 17, I guess. In the US, with Australia as well, I remember. But I met him like a long time ago. He was playing another band called Synergy in Japan. They were opening for Angra, Synergy, and he was the guitar player. So the first time I met him, like I'm talking about like 20 years ago. Yeah, and then some other moments touring with the Children of Bodom. So for practicing, if I recommend distorted or clean sound from Morocco. Man, yeah, both. I think you have sometimes to play with distortion is hard because of all the extra noises. You have to learn how to control, and the clean tone is very important to learn how to play clean, because in the end you be using both. And yeah, so the clean tone also helps you to hear all the notes, because you cannot fake, so both. it's like people ask me, should I practice standing up or sitting sitting as like both, you know. I mean, because mainly if you're gonna play live at some point or jam or have any situation that you play with other people with a drummer or something, you're not gonna be asking for a chair. Hey, do you have a chair? So, you know, so it's good to practice sometimes to play standing up. You know, why not? And then it's the same as, you know, playing with the clean tone. Clean tone makes, you know, you can hear all the notes. And then with distortion, you have to learn how to control the extra noises and the, you know, strings and all those things, you know, how to mute the notes and to learn how much distortion you add, how much gain you add to your tone, so you have a sound that pleases you, it's comfortable to play, and but it's not too much, it's not giving extra noises and extra uncontrollable noises, you know. All right, so guys, thanks a lot for being with me today. All right, so again, just, you know, get a, you know, just a drum, some drums groove, or like just a metronome, as I did, and it's just like and see how fast can you play, you know. 180. This is fast. Right? That's 185. So just keep pushing the speed as well, and then practice your down picking. Create riffs. Use the time to this practice to be creative as well. And it's always good to combine both things, you know, technique and creativity. Cool? Open hand or closed hand, the way you feel more comfortable. I'm left-handed, so I don't know if I'm a great example. I play kind of, I like to play with the open hand. But, I mean, the way you feel relaxed. I think like closing your hand, it doesn't feel relaxed, you know, like playing with the closed hand. But if you feel relaxed playing with the closed hand, all good. You know, for me, it's like, you know, all open, all loose. All right, guys, thanks a lot, and see you next Sunday. Just click here, the link in the description to save your spot. I will be doing some live streams, the Creative Shredder, talking about how to practice and combine all the stuff while you're practicing technique, so you can, you know, maximize your results. You know, and also about unlocking your creativity, kind of being more creative, so you can, you know, create your own songs or your own riffs, feel more comfortable to create solos and improvise solos. So that's the idea of the Creative Shredder Week. So I will do a series of live streamings with those lessons for you. All right, so just go to the description and click the link, subscribe, and see you next Sunday. Hopefully, I will be here. Cheers, and stay safe. Bye.